Hey, Alex and Don, we're doing our weekly recap. This week was all about escaping the back mount from all of its positions, from a seated position to a turtle. It was all about getting out of the back mount. So we're going to go through a technique, and it's going to kind of encapsulate it. Probably 50-60% of what we did is based off this same principle. So Don's going to go ahead and take back mount on me. Good, hooks in. And the first thing we talk about in this technique is my posture. I can't rely on shoving my hands into my neck, because he can go ahead and choke through these hands. Either he's going to break my hands or he's going to choke through my hands. So I need to get my chin down, and I need to get active with my arms, and I'm bringing my hands high. Higher is always better, and I'm using these forearms to cover my throat. Now it becomes very hard for him to, one, most people have a hard time getting like an arm around into choking position, and two, he can't collapse this through my carotid arteries. Part of the reason is I'm very active with these hands. As he comes up, I can check. Notice I'm checking across and just enough to keep him off my neck. I'm not coming here, because as soon as I peel this away, he's isolated an arm, and it becomes very easy to trap or attack. So my hands are high, arms are across my carotids, my chin is tucked, and my elbows are glued to my side. This keeps him from getting underneath and isolating. So I'm very protected here. Now my feet are wide. I'm using my heels in the mat to affect balance, so if he's trying to take me side to side, I can stay stationary by shifting my feet, using them to move my hips. From here, we're going to scoop down. I'm going to keep my hips in connection with the ground, and I'm going to pull myself down and down. I'm going to scoop until I feel the low back start to hit the mat, and I feel his heel up high in my quad. From here, I'm kicking down and across to clear this foot. If you have the individual that's super active with these laces, and he's got the really strong grip here, and I don't feel like I can get this reliably, I'm lifting my knee and I'm circling it out. Again, back across center line to clear. From here, this foot is going to establish with the mat again, because I can't move my hips with my leg out. I need to put my foot back in contact with the mat so I can start to move my hips. Now, we see a lot of people make this mistake. They have this leg off, and all of a sudden they see daylight this way. They feel like this is the way to go, and they immediately turn that way. The problem is, if I turn, he just tracks with these laces, and I end up in turtle. Now, not only does he have back mount, go ahead and roll back, but I've got to carry his weight as well. So after we get this scoop and we disengage here, I don't want to just go this way. So we're either going to scoop down, get my shoulder to the mat and go over the leg like we did early in the week, or what we're going to do tonight, I'm going to come out towards the daylight, but I'm going to trap this foot, and I'm going to take my hips back this way. So I'm lifting, shrimping, and you'll notice I shrimp directly up on his leg, and I get this stationary now. I've pinned him a little bit, and I've isolated it. Still being very defensive. Once I start to crest his leg with my shrimp, this hand is going to come cross body, because I don't want to expose this one, and grip the pant. Now I've got control of this leg, and I can feed it where I want to go, and at the same time protect the arm. So my hips come out, and I continue to shrimp. Once I get here, most people are going to want to drive up to mount, and then I'm going to use this grip to set my active hook of my butterfly directly in. Now from here, this leg comes through, I hook with my other butterfly, and now I'm in butterfly guard position. We go back. If he fails to come up, if he's going to let me come all the way to the side and not come up, I'm going to use this to feed in, and I'm going to turn and work out to guard the opposite way. But most people are going to feel this, they're going to try and come up, and I'm going to use this to establish my hook. And now I'll take my bottom leg, establish my other hook, and I'm in my butterfly guard. And we'll play from there. So, hip scoop, trap the leg, and coming out for a butterfly lets us change positions, get out of that very dangerous back mount, and get back to a guard game that we like to play. Lots of principles encapsulated in that single technique, and a whole series built off of that. So we're hips down, getting that hook out, and then really it's a lot of variation. But that's the start of it. Get that hip motion drilled. We'll see you next week.